Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. This is your Brighton and Hove Albion versus Manchester United preview. It's at the American Express Community Stadium. It's a 5:30 kick-off and it's this Saturday the 7th of May. I do know a lot of the players that Brighton and Hove Albion have got. So they've got Neil Maupay. He's one of the best players that Brighton have got. Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck is a former Manchester United player. So if he plays in this game, he'll be reuniting with Manchester United. Jeremy Sarmiento, he's out with injury at the moment. They've got Jacob Moder, he's injured at the moment. Leonardo Trossard, he's a very good attacking player. Evan Ferguson. Brighton have Adam Lallana. Adam Lallana is a former Liverpool and Southampton player. Pascal Gross. Alexis Mac Allister, he's a good player. Brighton also have Solly March, Stephen Alzate, Tariq Lamptey, he's a very good right back. Revert back to January, Manchester United went in for him. Yves Bissouma, he's a good midfielder. Towards the end of the January transfer window, Manchester United tried to get him. One of the centre-backs Brighton have got is Lewis Dunk. He's very good. They have Adam Webster, Joel Veltman, Shane Duffy. The goalkeepers Brighton have got, they've got Jason Steele, Robert Sanchez and Thomas McGill. So they're a lot of the players that Brighton have got. Let me put into the equation that Brighton have lost players as well. Brighton lost Dale Stephens. Dale Stephens went to Burnley from Brighton. They lost Ben White to Arsenal, was it last year? And back in January, Brighton lost Daniel Byrne. Daniel Byrne went to Newcastle, and don't forget Glenn Murray left Brighton. The Brighton manager is Graham Potter. Graham Potter has been the Brighton manager for 3 years. Graham Potter got appointed in as the Brighton manager back in May 2019. He's got a contract with Brighton until 2025. Before Brighton, Graham Potter managed Swansea and before then managed Ostersund. Brighton have enjoyed a very good season to their standards. Brighton are 9th in the Premier League at the moment. They're coming into this game on the back of a 3-0 win against Wolves away from home. Manchester United are coming into this game on the back of a 3-0 win against Brentford at Old Trafford. It was the biggest win of the Ralph Rangnick era. The goals against Brentford came from Bruno Fernandes. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a penalty. Ronaldo had a goal ruled out for offside in the game. And Man United's third goal came from Raphael Varane. It was Varane's first goal for the club. It was a good performance though by Manchester United against Brentford. Even though we beat Brentford, we're still not going to get the top 4. Prior to the Brentford game, Man United were winless in the last 3 Premier League games. Man United beat Brighton away twice last season. We're beating them 3-2 in the league. And we're beating them 3-0 in the EFL Cup. And Manchester United beat Brighton at Old Trafford earlier on this season 2-0. Don't forget that game got rearranged due to COVID. Now, I've got some news on Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire. They've both returned to training. That's good news from a Man United perspective. Obviously, we've still got Luke Shaw out. Luke Shaw's out for the season. Paul Pogba, he's also out for the season. And Jadon Sancho is still out with tonsillitis. Cavani, he come back from injury not so long ago. Cavani came on in the game against Brentford. Fred come back from injury not so long ago. He also came on in the 3-0 win against Brentford. So Manchester United have just 2 games remaining now. So we play Brighton this Saturday, and then the final game of the season is Crystal Palace. Rangnick has just 2 games remaining then as Man United's interim manager. Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for around 4 months or so. The other week, it got officially announced that Ralph Rangnick got appointed as the new manager of Austria. Rangnick signed a 2-year contract. But Rangnick will still continue at Manchester United in a consultancy role until 2024. Rangnick has enjoyed 1 transfer window as Man United's interim manager, and unfortunately he didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. Before, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Earlier on this season, Rangnick made changes because he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Erik ten Hag is Manchester United's new permanent manager. A few weeks ago, it got officially announced that Man United appointed Erik ten Hag as the new permanent manager. You know, Erik ten Hag will replace Ralf Rangnick. Erik ten Hag signed a 3-year contract with an option of a further year. And Man United agreed the compensation with Ajax. For ten Hag, the compensation is below 2 million. So ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. This summer, ten Hag is going to get a transfer budget of between 100 and 150 million pounds. There's a lot of players that ten Hag wants to bring to Manchester United. On the other side of things, ten Hag is going to get rid of a lot of players as well. So reflecting on that, he will generate money. It's going to be good for ten Hag to experience the Premier League. You know, ten Hag has not yet managed in the Premier League. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. You know, at Ajax, he's developed the young players well. He's won Eredivisie titles. He's won some Dutch Cups. And revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. So there you go. Ten Hag got appointed in as the Ajax manager back in December 2017. So he's been the Ajax manager for over 4 years. Ten Hag is the former Utrecht, Bayern Munich reserves and Go Ahead Eagles manager. The 4 permanent managers Man United have sat since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes after 10 months. Man United finished 7th under the David Moyes era. Then Man United sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years, despite his winning the FA Cup under him. And then Man United had Jose Mourinho for like 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. But the reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board and bad disputes with the top players. And last year, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after almost 3 years in charge. So there you go. Like I've said to you before, I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time now. We've got to get the Glazers out of the football club because they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. United fans have been protesting against the Glazers lot recently. Towards the end of last season, United fans protested against the Glazers because at that point the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 17 years. The Glazers bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. Man United have not won a trophy now for around 5 years or so. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Man United have only won 4 trophies in the last 10 years. The last time Manchester United won the Premier League was back in 2013. That's almost 10 years ago now. This summer, the players who I think will leave Manchester United, I think Henderson will leave. Henderson doesn't really get in goal as our second choice keeper. Henderson has only made 3 appearances this season. Lee Grant, I think he will be leaving this summer. Lee Grant's like our 4th choice goalkeeper. Tom Eaton, he could be leaving this summer. Tom Eaton's a backup, he's like our 3rd choice keeper. Man United got Tom Eaton on a free transfer from Villa. Jones and Eric Bailly, I think they'll be leaving this summer because they don't really get in the team. Good chance we'll be selling Harry Maguire this summer. Like I said, Maguire's out of injury at the moment, but he recently returned to training. And Wan-Bissaka, he'll leave the club I think this summer. He's not good enough, Bissaka. He's injured at the moment, but like I said earlier on, he's returned to training. Tellez, he'll leave this summer. This season's his last season at Man United. He's been very poor in the last few months. Matic, we know that he's leaving this summer. He announced that a few weeks ago. Pogba, he'll be leaving the club this summer. Like I said, Pogba's out for the season with injury. It said not so long ago Pogba's increasingly likely to leave Man United this summer, and Rangnick confirmed not so long ago that Pogba is unlikely to play for Manchester United again. Jesse Lingard looks like he's leaving this summer. Martial will look to get rid of him permanently. At the moment, Martial's out on loan with Sevilla. Mata's leaving this summer. He's been at the club for 8 years as Mata. He's been a long-serving player. Mata's out of contracts this summer. Cavani will be leaving this summer as well. And you know, Cristiano Ronaldo could leave. Now I'm hearing that Marcus Rashford could be leaving this summer. And you know, players will leave Manchester United next year because we've got quite a lot of players' contracts that do expire next year. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop me comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.